G'day team, Adam Cogan here from SSW TV and welcome to tonight's tech news and the SSW.NET user group. Tonight we have a great presentation. You'll hear from Michael Smedley, Patrick Zhao and Alexander Candy-Levy. They'll be talking about education in the cloud. And this is a very large digital project. They took 4 million students from paper to digital. And if you think that is chaos, well, there's plenty of it in that project because they had to integrate hundreds and hundreds of schools and they built this e-reader platform. So lots of good topics talked about there. They use microservices and all that good stuff. So let's talk about the biggest news of the month, and that includes MAUI, one code base, many platforms. This is Xamarin gone and replaced by a multi-platform app UI. And we've been working on this for a while. This is shipped. It is great. There's lots of third-party libraries out there. I think that you'll be really impressed. And I think this will be it'll be interesting to see how well this does against the other mobile players, because this market has not been dominated. We've got Flutter, we've got React Native, we've got PWAs, we've got lots of things. And we had Xamarin. This one, you'll see, is it's richer and it's even more performant than Xamarin. They'll give you some of the examples of startup times and things like that. Just the overall experience of using it is fantastic. So here is the new version of the Rewards app, and this has been done by Matt Goldman and some others here at SSW. And this started off as Xamarin, and this will end up in MAUI as well. So this will be just another example of an app that we will be investing heavily in MAUI. So let's have a look at the next piece of news, and this is, for many people, probably the biggest news out there. Microsoft DevBox. And, you know, we never have enough beefy machines. We also have other people with problems, such as developers on the M1 Mac from Apple. And what do? Well, they can find all the hacks to make everything work for them, or they can just jump into Azure, make a DevBox and use that. You know, there's going to be so many scenarios since this is now so easy. You might just have your app and you might want to just quickly test it on an 8 gig machine or a 32 gig machine or different software installed. The reasons for this being awesome are endless. So I think you're going to really find this amazing. All right, next we have LiveShare. Now everybody wants collaboration in their apps, and some people are willing to go to that trouble. Now, we don't really think of Teams as a platform. We just think of it as a tool that we use to chat to people. But now, and they give some examples here, this is a manufacturing solution, and you can see which angle the different viewers are looking at it from. And you know, you're aware of what the other people are doing, you're all talking, and that's an example. Here's another example. So this is an example here of what the presenter is seeing and making some lines under the PowerPoint and what the end user is seeing. You can just imagine, especially architecture software, where you're looking at plans and stuff. This is perfect. And so it's fairly simple. You use this Teams SDK and this LiveShare SDK, and you can, they've given you some examples here. Next piece of news, we have Azure Static Web Apps. All right, so we love static sites. The SSW rules are a static site. SSW people are, the SSW website. We do a lot for our clients. It's great for Google Juice, and it's very performant. So here we have a CLI, and this is not too dissimilar to, you know, Angular has a CLI, React has a CLI, and now Azure Static Web Apps have a CLI. So I think that's a great step forward for that. All right, Next piece of news, Atom, RIP. So this would be the first large casualty for the success of VS Code from Microsoft. Atom, it was a really, really popular, one of the leading text editors, and now they're getting rid of it. There's still plenty of other ones, but I think that will be sad for those people, but obviously VS Code is good enough, or better. All right, so this is the big one. Microsoft Power Pages inside SSW, that was really created quite a bit of buzz. So we already have Power BI. That's awesome. We have Power Apps, which is total low-code UI. Power Automate, connecting stuff together. Power Virtual Agents for bots, made easy. And now we have Power Pages. So this is, think WordPress or Wix, WIX. This is essentially a very simple way of building pages. And I think that you'll be able to use this in many cases. We will more than likely be building widgets, so we don't build the entire solution, we just build the parts that we need to inside it. So this has a lot of possibilities, and I'm really, really excited by Power Pages and how that works. It comes from the Power team, and you would think this might have come from the Office team, but that's how it's come out of, or it could have come from the Azure team, I guess. And here's the problem when you have many big departments inside Microsoft. Where it comes matters. So hopefully the licensing won't be a showstopper for this. I hear very good things about that, and so that should be good. Next piece of news, this Express Design. Now we just mentioned low code. Low code is taking over the world. Imagine being able to just sketch up a UI or do your UI in Figma or a screenshot, and it automatically just reads that in and makes your app. Well, we now have this imaged app, and this is incredibly sexy, especially for demos, but this really has legs. So try that out and see if you think this is worth it. But you can see, you get it right in Figma, and then it comes in, it looks to me pixel to pixel. Absolutely perfect. That should be great. All right, so I think in the last bit of news, I will just introduce you to GitHub Skills. We've talked in the past about Microsoft Learn. We've talked about Pluralsight, Udemy, and all these places, and LinkedIn Learning. Now we have GitHub Skills. And I think for a company like ours that's dependent upon GitHub, it's important that people know how to use Markdown. It's important that people know how to do a pull request correctly. This type of portal is incredibly important, and I'm very excited about it. So hopefully that was helpful. We have plenty of other good videos here on SSW TV, so have a look here. Give us a subscribe if you think it's worth it. If we missed any news, throw it down there in the comments. If I missed any good points, throw it down there too. We all love to learn. And I will see you in the next one. This is Adam Cogan signing off for SSW TV.